how foreigners can buy a condo in Thailand. Can I own the condo on my own name without having Thai company, without having special visas?
They will ask some special document from you.
So what is the process of buying? I must tell you, our last video about how foreigners can buy a condo in Thailand was the most popular and resonating.
Okay. Now we are sitting at Vize Counselor. We are providing full range of legal service to everyone. We have Vize Counselor in Bangkok and in 𝐂𝐨𝐬𝐿, which I met you in a branch before. And we have Vize Counselor in Europe, which is based in Stockholm, in Sweden now.
The ownership of 11,500 condominium units worth 59 million Thai baht transferred to foreigners in 2022 as per the Government Housing Bank Real Estate Information Center. Okay. Half of them Chinese, Russian, 800 units, US citizens 500. So it's quite a popular topic to talk about.
Yeah, carry on.
To clear all the doubts and uncertainties, can I own the condo on my own name?
I believe you mean can a foreigner
owns
a condominium as in their own name or not?
And without having Thai company?
Of course, yes.
Without having special visas?
Of course, yes.
Somehow even watching our previous videos still have people confused about it. So
okay, let me elaborate on this, right? First of all, according to the Condominium Act, right? Okay, let's say that it's very easy, right? One condominium, let's say they have 100 units. 49% of the total unit is at foreigner quota that the foreigner can own.
Okay.
Says, developer have 100 condominium. And then you can buy that one out of you can buy until the 49 out of the 100 units under your personal name. That is clear.
All right.
However, the things that you need to concern is that by the time it transfer to you, they will ask some special document from you. For example, they will ask foreign exchange transcript, which is the evidence that you have made payment from the overseas to Thailand to pay that condo. Yeah, that's all.
All right. And are there any differences between buying a condo and the house in Thailand?
It's big difference. First of all, if in terms of buying a condo, it's very simple, super simple.
I have the certificate.
You have the bank certificate. You go to land department, transfer, done.
That's it.
All right, done. Okay.
Okay.
However, if you buy a house, the house is attached to the land.
Okay.
And according to the law of Thailand, the foreigner cannot own the land.
Okay.
But yes, you can own the house. It's a little bit weird, but the law says.
Okay.
Okay. So you can own the house, but you cannot own the land that the house is on.
All right.
You know, that's one different things, right? Secondly, and then of course you don't want to buy a house that you not own the land.
Right.
So by the time you have to buy, you want to own that land too, but the law doesn't allow you to. What you have to do? Most of the foreigner that choose to have like their Thai partner, which I don't want to know where they find their Thai partner from.
And what is the process of acquiring a condo? So what is the process of buying? As you said,
you go to the developer, you put the deposit on, and you sign on the contract, and you get the money in to the bank account, and you get the FET, foreign exchange transcript, and you bring that to the land department. Normally, the developer will do it for you. It's very simple.
Okay, and then I get the blue book.
The most important thing is not the blue book.
Okay.
The most important thing is the title of the condo.
All right. Okay.
Which come into a very big piece of paper.
Okay.
And then the blue book is later. All together, yes.
So how can I make sure my condo has the clear and legitimate title? Do I need to do the due diligence?
That is very good question, as a matter of fact, yes. Okay, I give you some example, right? It's the example of why due diligence is super, extremely important, okay? Recently, in Bangkok itself, here in Bangkok, they have a case that they have a very luxurious and spacious condo nearby in a very heart of Bangkok. The building permit has been cancelled, and they already finished.
They finished the construction.
They finished they sell it like 80% already.
Okay.
So means that all the title that has been issued out by that project is cancelled too. So it means that the buyer who paid 20 million, 30 million, or some of them are even like 40, 50 million, they lost their money. Of course, they still can live in there, but the title has been cancelled, so they cannot transfer, they cannot do things with them. So that's why problem like this will not happen if you have a very proper due diligence report.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I thought the due diligence must do only for buying land.
No. The due diligence is important in terms of, I would say, high investment.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say, of course, the word high investment is very subjective. Sometimes 3 million for one person is not so high. Sometimes it's super high for someone. All right? So if you value your money and you think it's high for you, so do it.
Anyway, the amount of the due diligence compared to the amount you're spending for your property,
it's nothing.
You cannot compare, right?
Correct, it's nothing.
Okay, and what about the taxes and fees when I'm buying condo?
Normally, it depends on the agreement between you and the seller, like the buyer and the seller. Okay, somehow some of the developers say they will take care of it. Some of them will say you have to pay half, which is around 1.5%, because the transfer fee is around 3%. Without the special business tax. But if you have the special business tax, it will become like 5.3% something. Okay. So you will be subject to like 3%. Okay. But normally, I would suggest if it's a first-hand condo or even a second-hand, negotiate firstly. Probably you don't have to pay for that.
All right. And what about the taxes when I already own the condo? What taxes do I pay to Thai government?
It's a property tax. Normally, you have to check the evaluation at the land department. It will be subject to around 10% of the total year's rental evaluations price.
Okay, all right. And let's say I'm investing in property in condo.
Yep.
Because I'm planning to give it for rent.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I pay tax here?
It depends on your income tax too, but this one is a property tax, which I just answered you, is around 10% of the total year rental price.
Okay, all right, okay. Any restrictions when it comes to the second-hand condos?
You have to check the quota of such building firstly.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's Thai person who sell you the condo. It's not the foreigner who sell you the condo.
Okay.
So sometimes the quota of that building is already full. So actually you cannot buy.
All right. So when I'm buying, they check in the quota first.
Yes.
If it fits the quota, then I can buy it.
Yep, correct.
Okay, that's how it's working. So can I renovate or modify my property, my condo? Do I need to get any permit for that?
Definitely, yes. It actually depends on how big your renovation is also. It's like if you want to increase another floor or something like that, then of course you have to ask. Okay. But if you just like, I want to put like a built-in cupboard here, so maybe you don't.
Okay. As a foreigner, what should I be cautious about when dealing with the real estate agents in Thailand?
Do the due diligence. Then it will help you a lot already.
So, and I have a few questions from our previous videos.
Yes, please.
Can two people own a condo?
Can. Co-owner.
Can I get a mortgage loan as a foreigner in Thailand?
It depends on how long you have been in Thailand. And it depends on the bank. Yes, you can, but you have to meet the bank condition.
Question under our video. If I purchase a condo in Thailand, then I'm able to stay in country automatically?
No.
Do I get any benefits when getting a condo?
It depends on which project too. Some project will provide you what we call it Thailand Elite, which will give you like 10 years visa.
But the cost of the
visa.
properties in this case should be...
Around.
I think they're still working on it.
It should be around 5 million up.
Okay. And then I got another comment. Prenup. Very, very important. Prenup.
Yes, because you're not only buying a condo here, I believe. Maybe you have a family in Thailand, or by the time you buy it, it's not your wife yet, or something like that. So make the prenup to make sure that, hey, the money you bring from the overseas country, from your country, it will not be counted as a married property, or it will not be counted as a co-owner with the lady that you are with, or with the man that you are with.
All right. I think this is more or less it for the condo. I'll also add the form where people can leave all the details.
Yes.
So in case they have any requirements, requirement.
We will have our admin team contact.
All right. I'll give all the information to you, and you have your team contact them directly.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I think this is it. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.